Hi, Crafty Nanny Cola here, and today we're going to switch it up and we're going to do a little bit of crochet or amigurumi, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to make this quick little Christmas tree. So I did use some Hobby Lobby sparkly yarn on the one that I made today, and then these little jewels are from Dollar Tree, and you get those in the gardening department. And then there's these are just those foam cutouts, and you can probably get those at Dollar Tree too. So without further ado, stay tuned. So what I used for this project is just a small amount of I Love This Yarn, green metallic, and this is from Hobby Lobby. And you will need this different colored, or you can use plain color, and I got this at Dollar Tree. And you just take, I'll show you later, it comes like this in a double, and you can just, with an older scissors, you don't want to use a good scissors, but older scissors, this just cuts right in half, and I'm using half to wrap around the tree. And then you will need a size F is what I used, crochet hook. So it's F or 3.75. Okay, I forgot to tell you that you also need some kind of a marker and another piece of yarn. I like to use the pins I got from Amazon. They're plastic pins. They work the easiest for me. Okay, so you can either do magic circle, which is pull it through, chain one, so you have a loop here, and then single crochet. And you're going to do 6 of those in the ring. You can also do it if you don't like the magic circle. Then you can take it and you can chain 2. 1, 2, and then you're just going to go back to the first, and you're just going to do 6 single crochets in the second chain, or the first chain, excuse me. So chain 1 and do 6 single crochets. My hands are really dry right now. I just put some stuff on them. Five and 6. Now when I start, because it's sometimes a little bit hard, that's why I'm using a little bit bigger hook too than I usually use a 2. So you can just pull that. Don't pull it real tight. Leave it like that, and then it's a little easier to go in there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you want to go into this one. And you can put your marker in there. I just didn't do that yet. I'm going to start now. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in each. And at this point, you do need your marker in there, or you would get confused. So you're going to do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now you're not going to connect that or anything, but now you can go ahead and pull that a little tighter. Okay, now we're going to do 1 single crochet and then increase. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then we're going to put our marker back in so we know where we started. And we're going to do 2 in the next. Make sure you're getting into the next one. So you're going to do 1, 2, and 3. So you have 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. So then again, you're going to go to the next one, and you're going to go, make sure you're getting into the next one. 1 or 4. Then you're going to go to the next one, and I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom of my hook in here and start. By doing this, you can see the stitches better. So you'll want the string that you pulled, that should be to the inside. Okay, so we're at 1, 2, 3, and then 1. Again, we need to get that down so we can see that. It's tricky to start, but once you get going, it's fine. So we have 1, and then 2, 3. So that's 9 stitches, 9 single crochets on that one. And then you're going to do 9 again. Two, 3. Okay, so go ahead and do 9 and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, we're at the end of that row, so now we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first, and 1 single crochet in the second. So we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then we're going to increase. And the easiest way I find to count this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Now you have 12 stitches. Okay, so you want to do the same thing. Do 12 stitches. Now Okay, so we have 2 rows of 6, 2 rows of 9, and 2 rows of 12. Now we're going to do, the next one will be 15. So we're going to do single crochets in the first 3. And then we'll do an increase. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. And then you're going to do 15, 1 row of 15. Okay, next we're going to do 4 single crochets. And then increase. And then 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. So let's count and make sure that we're right, because I did have an extra one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 4 and 5 and 6. So that gives us 18 stitches. So go ahead and do the next row of 18. Okay, so you have 18 stitches, and now from here you can do one of two things. You can continue with the 18, which makes it a little one like this, or you can go to 24 stitches. If you want to go to 24 stitches, your next row would be to single crochet in 5, and then to go ahead and do 7. So at this point, you can either continue and make it bigger if you want. This one is 24. And this one, like I said, is 18. So if you were to continue, the next step would be to do 5 and 2, which would be 7. 7 times 3 is 21. And if you want to continue after that, it would be 6. And then 2, which would be 8 times 3 is 24. So I'm going to stop at 18 here because that's what I've been doing. So go ahead and you want to put your stitch in your stitch marker and continue at 18, or continue at to wherever you were going. Now I ended up totally with about 14 rows, but you can do as many rows as you want. I am going to just go ahead and finish, and then I will meet you at the end and I will show you the next step. So when you get to that last row, then you just want to go ahead and do a slip stitch into your first stitch. And then just cut that yarn. And then you can just wind that in. I usually do this with the needle. It's a lot easier. But you can just kind of get it out of the way there for the moment. And just tuck it inside. Okay, then at this point, you can leave it just the way it is if you want to, but I do stuff mine. So you'll need a little bit of fiber fill to go in there if you want to stuff it, and it does look better stuffed. You don't need much. Get it up in the top there. Mine I messed up on one part, but if you did it, it'll come out nice like this. Okay, then the bottom part, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing. You're going to do your 6 single crochets in the magic ring. I'm going to go ahead and put my marker in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. When you're doing the magic ring, make sure you're always going over the tail. Don't leave it behind because then it won't pull. Okay, I'm just going to pull it, but not all the way, and then I'm going to go into my stitch, my first stitch with the marker, and I'm going to do 2 single crochets all the way around till you have 12. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in the last one, 2, that will make 12. and then 1 stitch into the marker, and 2 in the next one. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 6, then 7, 8, 9, and you can tell if you're on the right track counting because the increases will be at the come out at 6, 9, and 12, and then 18, or 15 and 18. So we have we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10. And then 11, 12. 13, and then 14, 15, and then 16, and your last two, 17, 18. Okay, now if you made it wider around, then you will have to continue. Next would be 2 single crochets, 2 increase. And if you went all the way to 24, it would be 3 single crochets and 2 increases. Okay, so right here, we're going to take the marker out, and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch so you have a circle, then pull your tight. You can cut off most of that so it's not hanging in your way. And then you're just going to go ahead and at this point, and you can stuff this more as we go along. Now if you want this to stand up, then you probably need to put a little circle of cardboard or plastic or something in there. So try to match to where you started, where you have, see how you have a little part here that's a little bit up. So that's the back. So you want to go ahead and start in the stitch just before that so you can kind of even everything out. So you're going to connect that with a single crochet, and you're just going to single crochet all the way around there. You're going to catch both. So you're going to single crochet into the circle that you just made and then into the stitch of the Christmas tree. So just this part I would take a little bit careful and just kind of watch so your stitches are where you want them. If you overstuff it, it won't stand up at all. It doesn't matter if it stands up on the tree, but just for storage sake, or if you're going to sell it and you want to stand it up at the at a bazaar or something. I'm making a bunch of these to sell at for $1 so that the kids have something to purchase for $1 at the Christmas bazaar at my great-granddaughter's school. So that's what I'm doing these for. And I've done several already. I also did snowmen and wreaths, little gnomes, but I didn't crochet the gnomes. I made those a different way, and you can see that video there too. Those are also pretty quick and great for little bazaars. And even if you're, going, obviously I'm going to lose money on this, but I don't care. I'm going to donate the money I make from most of it anyway. So it's more or less so that I can continue my hobbies of crocheting, gnoming, sewing, etc. But you obviously can't keep everything you make, so you have to have some kind of an outlet. So at this point, I'm going to put a little bit more stuffing in there, not too much, just a little bit. So before you close it up, you want to go ahead and finish whatever stuffing you're going to do in there. And that should be good. And these kind of projects are really easy to do while you're watching your shows, if you binge watch or anything like that. I have certain shows that I do watch, and I'm usually crocheting during those. So get into that last two there. And finish that off. That's a little tricky to get into that last one there, because that's where we kind of stuck it inside there. So, and just go ahead and slip stitch that last one. Okay, so, and just leave a tail to cut so that it's easy to wind everything in. And just thread your crochet needle. And make yourself a little knot to keep the thread in there. And then just bury your yarn in there. Just bring it out anywhere. Okay, and like I said, mine's a little bit wonky compared to these because I had a little trouble in the back. I must not have counted right while I was doing this. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're from the back, which is this. So here's your back. Find out where you started, and just come up there, and that's, you just want to kind of go to the middle. Make a loop there, and then just kind of take your needle or your crochet hook in there and bring your through and slip stitch, and then just chain chain, not slip stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I just take it off, and I just pull that, thread your needle, and this is so that they can hang the hang it on the Christmas tree, so they can put the hook, the Christmas tree hook in it. So there's a place there for it. And then just find your back again, and just bring it over to, so it's kind of even. And just put your needle in. And through, make a little knot, and try to get that tight all the way down. And then you've got a little place to put the hook, and then just bury your yarn again with the needle. It helps to have this, then you can just squeeze it and have the little needle nose pliers to send that stuff through. And just cut that off. So this Christmas tree looks a little bit more like a milk bottle, but that's all right. It's mostly for just showing anyways, showing you what I did. Okay, now, I don't have enough of these to go around the tree already cut, so I'm just going to take my older scissors, and this is how, so you, like I said, I showed you this in the beginning, what it is, from Dollar Tree. And it's usually over by the where the flower stuff is, where you do the, you know, anything that's the gardening and stuff like that. Vases, I think all that stuff is over there. So you just cut these. They just cut real easy with the scissors. I originally bought these to do my poodle skirts, and then I accidentally touched the iron to it and found out how quickly they melt. So I certainly didn't do that anymore, and I certainly warned my customers to please not put them in the dryer or use an iron on my skirts. So it was too late to take them off. I did sew them on, but still, they looked so pretty though. So just go ahead and cut a bunch of that off. And the nice thing about this is too, even if you don't cut enough off and you need to add some, you can do that easily by just adding more on there. I'm going to glue these on. Okay, so I just basically took the and I started at the bottom. I started at the top the first time, and I found it was easier to start at the bottom. So you want to start again towards the back. Okay, so here's my back. And just, you can either put it on those, or you can put it on right on here. There we go. And just start wrapping around. Instead of rocking around, we're going to be wrapping around. And then you just want to come with it right. You want to start kind of circling it up. So kind of look where you're going with it. And you might want to push them a little bit, because I noticed, I mean, they're not heavy, but they might come off a little bit. So just continue doing it in a spiral all the way up. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can do it any way you want. Then you might want to, if you want to put the star, or I think this one has a little snowflake, and these are just those foam stickers that I had actually. I don't even know where I got them. So just continue it around. And hopefully it'll end in the back, and mine does. That's good. I got lucky there. So there's that. And then leave it dry for a second, a couple of minutes or a minute or so. And then by just pushing this in and pushing this out, it should stand up. See? There it goes. So we can put, I'm going to just grab a star. So there wasn't very many smaller stars in here. They were all pretty much silver. I wanted a gold one. I could use a white one too. So then you can just take your star, and these are sticky back, so You want to get the sticky back off because this glue doesn't stick well to that. And then I just hold it however, where you want it. And then just put your star on with the there we go. Stick your star so that one is up, and I like it, but you can put it on any way you want, obviously. I just like it this way with the one star up, and there you've got it. So if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like. Have a wonderful day. Keep safe.